The whole array of marathon of meetings through the week have been happening at JP Nadda's residence. This has been the epicenter for all the discussions of the coalition negotiations with the top brass of the BJP, with the senior leaders, with the top allies of the NDA alliance as of the moment. All of this has been taking place at JP Nadda's residence at 7B Motilal Nehru Marg. But currently he is at Amit Shah's residence and will be going to the PM's residence for the tea. As we've spoken about earlier, there are a lot of posters around this area on Motilal Nehru Marg that speak of all the welcoming all the guests that will be coming in, the foreign dignitaries especially. We know President Muizu has already come into India for the swearing in of the Prime Minister, and other than this, there's a whole, the roads are cordoned off. There are traffic advisories that have been issued by the Delhi police. The key roads to avoid today are Sansad Marg, Akbar Road, Imtiaz Road, and as well as, most importantly, this whole area of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Rashtrapati Bhavan entries will be closed all the roads around that area from 2 p.m. until 11 p.m. at night. So these are some tight security measures that are being taken in consideration of the swearing in of all the ministers, especially the oath of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Delhi police has also deployed 1,100 police officials just across this area of Delhi for the oath taking of the Prime Minister. And later in the evening, we'll be seeing a full host of guests walking into JP Nadda's residence for this dinner party that he will be hosting after the oath taking. We expect all the dignitaries, all the allies to come for this dinner party, for which arrangements are up in high shore. Back to you.
Okay, so now we are getting more updates from various ministers who are getting the calls. The calls are coming from JP Nadda, who is the BJP president. In attendance at 7 LKM will be BL Santosh, BJP president, Mr. Rajnath Singh, who will be sworn in the CCS. Home Minister Amit Shah will be in the CCS. Nirmala Sitharaman, Finance Minister, outgoing Finance Minister, whether she gets the same portfolio, she is very much in the CCS, is what we can confirm at the moment. I can see those visuals okay, so this is the visual of Mansukh Mandavia leaving his home and heading straight. Okay, so Mr. Mandavia, the outgoing health minister, now going to the president's to 7 LKM. For the high tea which is being hosted by the Prime Minister. So not much of a surprise at the moment, but we will go to the reporters again. But let me bring in Nirja Chaudhary and also Shaugato Srinivas Raju. When we look at these visuals, Nirja, very, very interesting. The incoming ministers are all heading for that important tea, something that we saw also in 2014 when Mr. Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. He was taking oath as the Prime Minister, and all this meeting of the meet and the greet was happening at Gujarat Southern. Nirja, if you can unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted.
Yes. Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. It seems that the Prime Minister is going for continuity, that more than major changes. Of course, you say ML Khattar is going to be sworn in, he's one of those who will come in. Otherwise, the list you've read out is more or less, it is what it was earlier. The portfolios will change, or the portfolios may not also change. Because I suspect the Prime Minister does not want to, he wants to stabilize a new situation before going in for anything else. He has to adjust the allies, reassure them, and he's been making those noises, he's been creating those optics, and so I think any kind of major change he may not go in for. Of course, what is coming to the fore is that Mr. Nadda is playing a key role, much more of a key role. Of course, he's the party president. Yesterday, the meeting that was held in the PM's house had Amit Shah, Mr. Nadda and BL Santosh, and they were discussing the cabinet that was going to be formed. Now, I know the Prime Minister in a coalition government has to give up his prerogative to select his own ministers. which a majority government gives him. And that's happened, with successive coalition governments. So also we are seeing here, the party chief, the TDP, Chandrababu Naidu, Nitish Kumar and other parties also have sent the names of those they want in the cabinet who will come from their party. So it is their decision. It is not the Prime Minister's decision. But as far as the BJP is concerned, obviously this marathon meeting yesterday went into it, and it wasn't an exercise conducted only by the Prime Minister with the help of, say, Amit Shah, as had been done in the past. It had JP Nadda and
Those
it
are the
had
visuals coming in of BJP President going for the tea which is going to take place at Prime Minister's residence in another 15 minutes from now. BJP President on his way after making all the calls to all those who will be inducted in the new cabinet of Prime Minister Modi. Yes, go ahead, Nirja.
So what I'm saying is that I think जैसे कहते हैं ना फूक कर कदम रख रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री, very cautiously, so that nothing goes wrong in the new dispensation till he's stabilized and till these 3 important elections or 4 important elections that are due in Haryana, Maharashtra and Jharkhand and next year in Delhi are over, because that will show which way the wind is blowing. So I think I was talking about the primacy or the importance given to Mr. Nadda. Suddenly, everybody was talking before the elections of Mr. Nadda now, will not continue as the party president. He may or may not. But the Prime Minister seems to be relying on him. Mr. Nadda, as you say, has been making the calls to the ministers who are going to be sworn in. So he's got much more of an important role.
Yes, and as the third Shapath Grahan or oath-taking ceremony will begin, it will happen at 7:15, but those movement of cards, as journalists, we are used to, reading the card numbers also and remembering it, Shaugato Srinivas Raju. That's the way we have covered these beats. We understand fully well this card number entering means this leader has entered.
Absolutely. Maria, but this time, I completely agree with what Nirja ji was saying, that there are no surprises and there is no acrimony. That's very important. And I also agree with what she said, that the Prime Minister is looking for continuity. She said another thing. She said he's also being cautious, but I will add that he's also, wanting to show confidence. It's not just caution. So these are some of the interesting things that we have been watching. And there's another question, since there is so much talk about Nadda making the calls. I think it was quite normal. He's the BJP president and he has been assigned to do that, yes. But the larger question that I have is Mr. Nadda himself going to be accommodated in the cabinet at now or at a later point? Because will he continue as the BJP president? I think there will be a change in his role.
His tenure is ending, Shaugato.
Yes,
in a month's time.
That's right.
So he was not given a full extension of 3 years.
Correct.
He was just given an extension till the end of the elections.
That's right.
It ends this month.
So
itself.
whether he will get into the cabinet immediately, he will have to be accommodated. He can't be left out. So will he get into the cabinet now or later is a question. And another very interesting thing is that you showed the visuals of Mansukh Mandavia. I would like to add that Mansukh Mandavia and people like Bhupendra Yadav have also been playing a very interesting backroom role, which is what I understand. I mean, you would know better because you are sitting in Delhi and I'm sitting in Bangalore. So, but these two have also been playing very interesting backroom role. And I think finally the list has gone through Amit Shah and the Prime Minister and the calls are going out. But the very, very important thing, which I also told you yesterday, Maria, is that there is a kind of 1990s thing back, which is that the coalition partners are just suggesting names. They are not suggesting the ministries that they need. This was completely altered under the UPA, where because of the number, distortion in the numbers and the lack of numbers for the Congress, the dominance of the Congress, I think there was a lot more arm twisting, as we would say in the parlance of the past.